All right, this hour's quickie conversation with Chris Fothergill-Brown. His YouTube channel is all about food, and it's wild, it's wacky, it's weird, it's wonderful, all in one. And he's here with us now to talk about...
Well, John, you and I have known each other for a very long time.
Don't make me do the math, please.
No, well, I met you as a wide-eyed 17-year-old student at Algonquin College taking radio broadcasting many years ago, a scared kid in your performance class.
You were awesome.
Look, I was intimidated, surrounded by older students, and anyway, all that to say,
you were a standout in the class. Anyway,
what I'm getting at here is you've known me a very long time, and well, it's taken 40 years to get here, but it's finally happened. As of today, I'm 40 years old.
Hey! Happy birthday, Chris.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
And you know, the first thing that popped into my head when I was sort of reflecting on birthdays past, going all the way back to my childhood, is the number one question people ask you when your birthday comes up is, what do you want for supper? What do you want to eat?
Yeah, right.
It's always what comes up. You know, food is sort of the central thing that we have.
Sure is.
On our birthdays. Like sometimes we'll travel, sometimes we'll have parties, sometimes we'll do cool stuff, but it's always the question, what are we eating? What is your birthday meal?
Yeah, you're right.
So I was thinking back to some of my earliest memories, and the first thing that I ever remember asking for specifically on my birthday, and I know I must have asked for stuff as early as like 3 or 4 years old, but the first thing I remember is wanting nachos the year that I discovered nachos. And I must have been 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
But I was so excited. And then my mom let me down by using Monterey Jack cheese, which I'd never had in my life. I'm like, that is not the cheese that my friends use at their houses. Why you got to go do me like that? But, and I remember she also made me a cake that was shaped like a baseball field, longtime baseball fan. And I thought that was a really cool touch that went alongside that. Another year, and I was young. Kids think stupid stuff, but I thought that Little Caesars pizza was as good as it got. So I remember demanding that for my birthday party one year as well. Just, you know, yeah, we're living the high life with the very best pizza, $2 or $3 can buy you. So
salty Little Caesars pizza.
What goes around comes around. It's one of my kids' favorite these days. So yeah, it's how things go. As I got older, that eventually evolved into, you know, what restaurant do you want to go to?
Sure.
And I probably change my mind every single year, depending on what sort of ebbed and flowed with where I go. And now I go a bit more of an unconventional route than most people go, which is I just want to do the cooking myself.
Oh.
I give myself the day to do whatever the hell I want. I always take the day off work if I can get my hands on it. Some years I plan a really long drawn out cook. There was one year I started a brisket at 3 a.m. that would be ready in time for supper time. I'll do chicken and ribs, that sort of thing. Last year, I didn't actually cook supper, but I made my birthday just an event where I smoked bacon that I had been curing in the fridge for the previous 2 weeks. So I decided this is my bacon making day. It's my day to sit around making bacon. This year, we're going to celebrate a little bit early on Sunday night. I'm still taking today off of work. But on Sunday night, last night, I made fresh street style tacos with chopped beef over hot coals with pico, guacamole, and of course, John, you know how I roll. I had refried beans and a whole lot of it.
But Chris, the question has to be asked, especially after last week's conversations. Did you eat it out of a toilet bowl?
I did not eat it out of a toilet bowl.
You're
but
slipping,
it did,
man. You're letting me down.
Maybe that's what we can plan for year number 41. But here's the thing. So some people celebrate their 40th birthday with a huge blowout, and with the beans, you know that I was no different at the end of the day. So
womp, womp, womp. I will resist the fart sound effects because that's way too predictable. Chris Fothergill-Brown, I met you first when you were 17. Happy 40th birthday. Chris is online with all kinds of amazing talks about food and some of the strangest foods that you could ever imagine somebody trying, and most of them available at your local grocery store. YouTube.com/That'sRank.